Hey, what's happening, brother? How you doing today? It's nice to see you again.
Good to see you, man.
Hell yeah. You know, I'm just out asking questions to people in the community. We're out in Charlotte, North Carolina right now. We are off of Clanton Road, right next to the Fat Burrito and the Guild or the Post. I'm not quite sure what is this business called? Yeah, the Guild Catering. That's where we are today.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to them. You know, like I said, I'm asking people about things that are kind of happening in our community. This week, we're kind of asking people about ICE because they've been heavily active in our city. So, are you in support of ICE being deployed in American cities?
I'm not.
Why are you not in support of them being active in our communities?
I think the way that they're moving right now is kind of corrupted. What it's intended to do and what it really has become is two different things. I understand people are in support of trying to make the country more safe and things of that nature, but when you're pulling people out of businesses, out of churches with force, people that are citizens, and just almost instilling fear in the community, I feel like it's doing the opposite of what it was intended to do.
Yeah. So with that being said, do you think that current ICE practices reflect American values? And if not, why?
Well, that's what you guess is whatever you consider American values to be. So yeah, I would say it's whatever you consider American values to be. Some might think that it is. Me personally, I don't necessarily think it does, just because, well, actually, I think we were founded on inclusivity, and at a certain point in time, we were all foreigners in this country to a sense. So acting with force, acting with brutality, some will say, is just doesn't seem like it's reflective of what we're intending to be.
Yeah, 100%. I actually was having a conversation with somebody probably a couple of days ago, and maybe Londo or something. You know, I was talking to Cuzo, and I was telling him, you know, I don't see a point in all of this, because if you look at my complexion and you look at Cuzo's complexion, me and him about the same, but we're not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a different kind of white than Cuzo right here is. So that was just my main point. None of us are the same. So.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really important to say, because we all come from different places. Our family come from different places. So
Yeah,
I think it's important for us as Americans to not forget where we come from, because that's what makes us great, for real.
I agree with that.
So what comes to mind when you think about ICE and its role in American cities?
Well, right now, I think everybody's seeing the headlines, the viral videos, and obviously you don't want to make assumptions just off of clips like that, but when you're seeing people get terrorized that are citizens of this country and that have been born here, it's like you can't help but think, like, what's going on right now? And we're hearing things about signing bonuses for joining, and the type of compensation that they might be getting. It seems kind of crazy. Like, it all just seems like a little bit dystopian. Like, we've heard throughout history.
Powerful.
Yeah, we've heard throughout history stuff starting similar to this. I don't want to, say too much, but if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Like, when the government isn't exactly condemning what's going on, it almost feels like there's an agenda that needs to be pushed. And
there's a book that's coming to mind right now. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. It's a Orwellian book, I want to say.
Okay.
What is it?
1984.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good example. They talk about a lot. There's a lot of commonalities from that literature that you could actually see active in today's society. Right. It's a little bit scary.
Yeah.
What concerns do you have about the effects of ICE activity on family and children in our communities?
Well, I think just the fear that it's instilling in people is the most damaging thing to this community, and the distrust certain groups of people are going to have for this government. If you want the country to be one and at least be somewhat civil, this division is not going to cause that. You're going to have an entire group of people, and people that support this group of people, that have some sort of, I wouldn't say animosity, but at least some distaste at the very least for the people up top. And that doesn't seem like a recipe for success. Do
you believe it's appropriate for federal agencies like ICE or Border Patrol to wear face masks while they're out conducting, I guess, ICE activities?
No, I mean, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked that, because the mask that's the craziest thing to me. At least with police officers throughout the days, they show their faces. Yeah. If you're going to be taking all this money to do this job and you're getting paid all this, show your face. If you're so proud of what you're doing, why conceal your identity? Like, I don't understand why they feel like they have to be hidden. If you think you're doing the right thing, why wouldn't you want to be seen?
I just want to put this out there. It's actually, I want to say it's in the Geneva Convention. It's technically illegal to wear face coverings, face masks in war. You know, you're not. It's,
Yeah,
you're
right.
not,
Okay.
It's not. It's not something that's. If you're a combatant on a battlefield, it is not looked proudly upon
To wear a
masks
mask.
because what it is this. War is bad in general,
Yeah.
but you know, it's just the paranoia and the different effects that the psychological effects of wearing a mask. Anybody getting pulled up on by four masked
with people
men,
with a mask.
that sounds like a robbery.
It almost
sounds
does.
like a robbery.
And especially with the force that you've been seeing them use. Like, it's just, even if they're not forceful on you, if I saw ICE walk up now and there's 4 of them walking up with the armor and stuff like that and the mask, like, I wouldn't feel, I'm not going to just be still standing here like this. Like,
you don't know if it's real bullets or fake bullets in it. Hey, I see a gun in my mind, I'm already like thinking,
I don't want to be
about
around
to get
that.
real.
Mm-hmm.
What effects do you think ICE activity and Border Patrol activity has on local businesses?
That's a good question. I mean, I've seen a lot of business owners afraid to work. Like, there's a lot of people that aren't coming to work. There's a lot of people that are taking time off or just don't even want to open up their business. So that's got to be hurting the economy in some ways. These services, like, I mean, not to generalize, but I know for literally for a fact in Charlotte, a lot of the construction has seen big halts and big stoppages because a lot of the workers don't want to come to the job sites. And obviously that's something we need in our community. That stuff isn't going to be able to run without it. So that's essential work that's being scared off by what's going on right now.
Do you feel like the ICE presence in Charlotte, North Carolina, or in any community in general, do you feel it makes the community safer, or do you feel like it makes it less safe?
I don't see how it's making it safer. I mean, I guess the intended purpose is to get quote unquote criminals and undocumented people that were causing crimes out of here. So if that's what's happening, maybe, but I've just heard too many stories about people being harassed that have nothing to do with what they're searching for. So it just, in my mind, that's got to be more negative than good.
Yeah. Do you believe that local police departments should interact with ICE and Border Patrol?
Just
like
at all?
In collaboration?
In collaboration, I personally, I don't know what the laws is. I don't know how they're set up, if they're supposed to be. If they're not, like, originally supposed to be in collaboration, then probably not, but...
Well, I guess the distinction between ICE, Border Patrol, and police departments is, you know, state and federal. It's a state and federal difference there. They're CMPD officers. They're sworn to protect and serve Charlotte, North Carolina.
Right.
That's from my understanding.
Yeah.
I may be wrong. If somebody could correct me, that would be super great.
No, that's a good point.
Do you or anyone you know have been directly affected by ICE operations or Border Patrol?
I don't know of anybody that's been detained, but I do know people that are changing the way they're moving. I mean, my neighbors are from Colombia. They're legal, 100% legal, but I think my mom told me they're even pretty worried about just doing simple tasks like going to the grocery store or whatever the case might be. I'm hearing stories like that, so I would say that's affecting people.
Yeah, and just so everybody knows, my boy's name is John Doe, okay?
John Doe.
On God.
By the way.
Hell yeah. Damn, you stay way out there in the country or something like that, because it sucks. I feel bad for everybody type shit. Nah, I don't really know, but
right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, allegedly.
Shout out to your neighbors.
Yeah.
He stay way out there in the country.
Way out there, man. Just not even in Charlotte.
Do you believe media outlets are covering operations correctly, or do you feel there's information missing that could help our local communities?
That's a good question. I mean, I'm not really a consumer of like news media via like cable television or anything like that. I get my news from my phone. On social media, there's a good bit of people posting and stuff. So for the younger generation, that seems to be a good amount of information accessible. I don't know what they're showing on the news, local news, national news. I don't really watch it, but hopefully they are getting out a good message. But what I've seen on social media, there's enough people that everybody should be at least aware of what's going on. If you're not aware of what's going on, you're not paying attention.
Yeah, on God. Heck yeah. Thank you so much, brother.
Yes, sir.
It's really nice talking to you, bro.
Always.
Hey, heck yeah.